Hi guys, and welcome to my next video. So, this is 100% going to be my last video of the year, until next year of course. So, I decided since it's around the Christmas season, my next fan game review will be on a Christmas FNAF fan game. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, 2023 has been a great year for FNAF fans. We've had the FNAF movie, some great FNAF fan games, and heck, by the time this video is made, Help Wanted 2 must have come out, and probably is really good. Hopefully that ages well. So, you're probably wondering, since it's around the Christmas time, what is a great FNAF fan game for the Christmas season? Well, I got a game for you. It is the Return to Freddy's 2 Winter Wonderland. So, let's jump right into it. So, when we first click New Game, we get this cutscene of one showing the Illuminance Productions logo, which are the people who made this extremely well-made fan game. And just from the start, you can tell what we're into. These cutscenes are extremely well animated and highly professional. So, what happens in this cutscene is we see the puppet getting out of the box, showing how well and how polished this fan game is going to be. The puppet looks around, and then boom, the logo for this game, kicking us off to night 1. So, when starting night 1, you have a few things in your office at your disposal. A Bonnie mask, which acts like a Freddy mask in FNAF 2. However, if you hold it on for too long, it will basically instantly kill you. So there is a cooldown on it. A generator, which has a meter that will go down, which you will have to reboot often. Failing to do so will make a power outage and basically screw you over. Another thing about rebooting this thing is it's actually quite intense, because you have to guarantee that there's no animatronic right next to you that can kill you, except for ones with the mask that pull down your camera. Those you're fine with. But it's actually really intense, because, for example, Foxy or Kitty Fastcat, which we'll get to later, can basically end your run. They can basically end your run if you're made sure that it isn't safe to reboot the generator, which is already stressful enough. They have to reboot it really quickly, or you're dead. Also, like in FNAF 2, you also have to shine your flashlight to see what's on the camera. However, there is no battery on the flashlight, so you're good there. You also have a music box to wind, and a light, which can shine all 3 hallways, which will also be important for later. For night 1, all we gotta deal with is Bonnie. Pretty simple, just like in FNAF 2. If he ever comes into your office, just throw the mask on and you'll be safe. So after we eat that, we get to night 2. Before we're going to night 2, we actually have to do this 8-bit cutscene where we can walk around. The pixel art in this looks extremely beautiful. It's extremely cool that developers went out of their way to make this. Heck, I'm pretty sure you can actually get a secret 8-bit minigame through this. I don't know. I'll put a screenshot here if I actually do find one. Yeah, so all you gotta do is just walk into Freddy Fazbear's, and then we can start night 2. So night 2 introduces 2 new animatronics, Doug and Kitty Fastcat. So, all you gotta do for Doug is when you see him missing from the stage, he'll be on cam 2 or he'll be on cam 6. All you gotta do is if you see him, you gotta hit that blue funny button and it'll lure him away. However, that thing has a cooldown, so you can't spam it. So, to deal with Sugar, all you gotta do is if she's in the front hallway, all you gotta do is use the mask when she appears in front of your desk. When she's in the side hallways, all you gotta do is then just flash her, and then she'll go away. And that's all for night 2. Before we get to night 3, we have to fix this generator in this really cool 3D perspective. I have no idea how this is done in Click Team, but this is cool. So, how do we fix the generator, you may ask? All I gotta do is line up these falling blocks to the wires of the corresponding letter. However, that would be too easy. And that's where Freddy comes in. He'll show up on the left hall. All we have to do is occasionally stop what we're doing and shine the light on him, which will slow him down, because we can't actually get rid of him. We can only slow him down. And also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but all the music I've played in this entire video has been from this game. And for example, this minigame music slaps. Like, take a listen to it in all its glory. So after doing that,
we move on to night 3. So, night 3. This is the last animatronic added to the night, which is Foxy. Foxy's mechanic, he can be two ways. He can either be on the two hallways, which you do the exact same thing for Sugar, or he can be in the front hallway, which all you gotta do is just hold the light on him, and he'll go away. This can be extremely stressful, because if you need to reboot the generator and you haven't dealt with Foxy, you're basically screwed. So, since nights 4 and 5 is basically just the same thing, but just more difficult, I'll talk about their mini games after you beat the other nights. So, Night 3's post-night minigame is a simple game where you don't have to now wander the pizzeria looking for a key while the animatronics hunt you down. This is another cool minigame and shows off how well the pixel art is made. It can be a bit glitchy, but all you gotta do is just find the key and then escape. Pretty simple. For Night 4's post-night minigame, we're tasked to fix Frankbert. All we gotta do is remove the ears, hat, eyes, and then we get to opening his chest. And well, basically this happens. Okay, now night 5. So after what we just witnessed and coming back here for some reason, we get this cutscene. That's right, folks, there's a boss fight. So this boss fight has us going up against Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. So Fredbear and Spring Bonnie basically function the exact same. All you gotta do is if they're behind your desk, just put the mask on. If they're in the side hallways, just flash them. However, once you get to 6 a.m., the power goes out and we have the Puppets music box slowly going down, presumably getting us killed. And then that's the end of the game. So after beating that, we unlock an extras menu, which has all the character models, jump scares, and even stuff that wasn't even necessary. Just shows how much care was put into this project. Like, full on update logs on all the progress they did on this entire game, full on developer audio logs, heck, even this really epic artwork someone made, and then you also know there's a custom night. There's also classic mode, which is basically the original version of Return to Freddy's 2. And it's so easy that I beat max mode on my first try. You need proof? Don't believe me? I'll link the video of me beating it in the description to show how much of an epic gamer I am. So that's all this game has to offer. This game's pretty good and I recommend you all should play it. And developers of this game are also making another game called Rat Race, and that game looks really well. I'll be definitely making a fan game review of that game when that comes out. Well, that's all I got for today. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and see you next time. Bye.